Hello and welcome to Baby Steps in Create Studio 3 Part 14, the Typewriter Effect. Now I'm on version 3.4.2 of Create Studio 3 and I'm Tony at Tony's Tutorials. Right, first of all we're going to go to a new project by left clicking on it, left click on the backgrounds, and I'm going to left click onto search elements. I'm just going to type white for whiteboard, and there's the whiteboard that I want. I'm going to left click and drag it onto the canvas, and it should be central. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the slider, which is the slider for the timeline, to make the timeline bigger by clicking on the circle and dragging it to the left, which makes the timeline much bigger, and I can get up to 30, which is what I want to do on this occasion. Now I'm on the end of the object here, and the cursor changes to arrows pointing opposite directions. What you need to do then is just drag that along using the left click button on the actual object and drag it along to where you want it, and it'll stretch it all the way along. Right, so that's okay, we've done that. Now we've done that, I can put that back to where it was, the slider, to 30, from 30 to 10. Right, now what I want to do is I want to also click on the image object and right click it, and then I'm going to rename it to BG. I also want to right click on it again and lock it, so that means I won't be able to move it. Right, so I can't move the background. Okay, the only way you're going to remove the background is if you unlock it and then mess about with it after. Okay, next we're going to come out of the background by left clicking on the back arrow button there, and then we're going to either scroll with the scroll wheel on the mouse, which you can do down like that, or you use the scroll bar and scroll down to where the typewriter is, and you click on the typewriter and drag it along with your left mouse button and drop it onto the canvas. Then next thing you do is you grab hold of this bar here and you drag it across to give you the length of your text box, and once it's done that, you'll get this cursor image of an arrow and pointing upwards. You can click on that text box and drag it to where you want to there. So I'll drag it to about there and then move it across a little bit just to reach the limits of that. Right, I've done that, and as you can see, it's already got text on it. I'll just show you what it's got. It's got the default text on it, so I'm going to play it just to show you what happens with it. Right, so you saw there with that, I'll stop that a minute. When you saw it, it typed the first text message, then it deleted most of the first text message except for type your, right, because on the second text message it's got type your in it, so it wouldn't delete that because it was wasting time deleting it if it's got to go back on for the next one. So that's its intelligence done that. Right, it intelligently realised that there was the same words at the beginning, so it wouldn't delete them because there was no point. Right, so we'll just go and have a look where the actual text is. So we're just going to edit text there and click on that, and there it is. As you can see, type your is the first two words on both of them. Right, so how to change it is just by clicking in that the first box, and you can change that to something like welcome to my channel, for example. You could do that. Then you could add another thing on, like I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Right, I hope you enjoy the tutorial. And when you've done that, let's have a look, see how that goes. As you can see, that's nearly full on there, so I won't be able to do a lot more than that for that one. To keep it on the whiteboard, that is. Now I could put that there, and that would be full set, and then I'll go on to the next one and add other stuff on there. So the next one I'll put something like, if so, please subscribe. Let's see, if so, it's supposed to be. Sorry. Please look and subscribe to else. So you do that, right? So that'd be your second one. So let's just have a look, see how that looks first. Let's just play that. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If so, please like and subscribe to Tony's tutorials. And as you can see, the second one doesn't type delete like the first one type deletes. Okay, so it types and then it deletes by back typing off slowly. The third one types, but it doesn't delete off. It just vanishes when the finish of that happens. So if you wanted to add another delete to it, to delete that one, what you'd have to do is you go into the edit text and add another blank text. You could add a blank text, or you could add the text with something in it, but that would bring the delete onto there. So if you wanted to add just a delete on to delete that type in there, you just add a blank text on, and this is what would happen. I'll show you. Okay, so that would work. As well as that, with these, they're not set to where they are. You can move them around if you want to. Say you want them to be a bit longer, a bit further away. So you can put them close together and push it over there somewhere. And you could move that one across. As well as that, you've got the option to make them take longer as well. So if you want to make the typing longer and the deleting a bit longer, you can do that, and that would make it take a lot longer. Okay. You can make it even longer than that if you wanted to. So let's go back and do it a bit longer. So it's taking a lot longer to delete it than it was before. Right. So that's what you do. You just left click and drag it left or right, according to whether you want it to be faster or slower. Right. And with these, all you do is you click on them and drag them to where you want them to be as well. Right, so that's what you could do with them. As well as that, with the items that are the font and that, you can change the font up here. It gives you different versions of the font. You can also change the scale. So if you want more stuff on there, say all that wording, all that text in one block, you could put it all in one block, and then you'd change the scale to make it smaller like that. Or if you want it bigger, you can make it bigger if you wish. Right. As well as that, say you're not 100% sure about the sizing you want, perhaps you need a different kind of scale so that it's not scaled to its uniformity, then you can click on this padlock here, click on that, it'll change the scale there. You can change the scale, you can change the Y ratio of the scale, something like 100 maybe, and it would stretch it downwards. Right, you can stretch it across as well with the scale across if you wished, like that. But you know, once you've done it, you'd have to press enter to enter it in, and then say, oh yeah, that's what I want. So you click on the padlock and it'll keep it like that, right? But that's if you want to do that sort of thing, right? So let's knock it down to 72, won't it? I think, and that was 72 as well, wasn't it? I believe. I think it was something like that. Okay. Right, so that's one thing. As well as that, using one of these typewriters, you can only have the one colour for your text colour. So if you change that to blue, say, oh, I only wanted to change the one text to blue, but I don't want to change both of them. That's the colour. That would be the colour for all of it. It would all be changed the same. There you go, like this. Right, so I changed to blue as well. So if you wanted one blue and one black, there's two ways you can change it. You could have two separate typewriters on. So you could have that one there and add another one on to get a different colour. Where did I put the other one? It's probably at the back somewhere. That's it. Now pull that back over there. And you'll see now we've got two different colours. So I've got the one that I've done and the other one that I ain't done beneath there, look. I put that there. Right, so as you can see, right, they're both working but obviously different colours. And you can have different font on the second one because it's a different typewriter. Okay. As well as that, you can cut these to make them separate typewriters, but I wouldn't recommend it because what happens then is you got a possibility of removing your delete area from each one when you're doing it, because you need to select it first. So if you cut that, you can do it like that, and then cut another one like that there. But when you get to, say you've got this one in black, right? So change it to black. That one's going to be blue, right? So you've got one black, one blue, and what's this last one going to be? Let's just do orange, right? So there you go. Right, so now we'll just go to the beginning and play it and see how we get on with it all. Right, that's black. That's blue, but it's starting from the beginning, right? Because what happens is when you cut it, it duplicates everything of the typing. So you've got all the edit boxes for every single one of these now. Right, so let me just show you. It's got that and that on there. We go to the beginning. That's the beginning one. The second one. Let's have a look. So we got the first one there. So we'd have to delete that one. So that will show that one now. And the third one should be empty. So we go there on this one. So that shouldn't show that. It should be empty. So we edit that. We delete that one and we delete that one. So it's just that. Right? So you wouldn't really need that, to be honest. But you need the deleting on there. So we just delete that one. Right? So there we go. Right. So let's just play that and see what would happen. Wait a minute, it's coming up in a minute. It hasn't worked. Hang on. Let's go back to the beginning. Try again. There you go. That's deleted. Yeah. Okay. So that's how you change the colour, but you'd have to do it more work than you do on the other one, right? So if you use two separate typewriters, you can change the colours and everything on the other one, and you know, the font and everything. But if you don't want to do it that way and you just want to cut them like I did, you can do it that way as well. So you could have different fonts and everything that way. As well as that, with these texts, you can change the background colour of your text as well. You can have all sorts. You just need to push up the opacity so it can see the opacity of the whatever your text is, right? So you can do that anyway. So if you wanted to do that with the different ones, you could use the cut up ones and change each one to a different background colour. Background yellow. Do that one. Now if you do that one there, let's see that one. Got a light yellowy kind of tan to it there. And we do that. Bring it up a bit more. That's supposed to be here. And do that colour. That's better. Put it down a bit like that. Right. So you can do that. Have that one. Just that one, and then the other one's that colour. So you could do any of those things with it. Anywhere else you can do, except for you can do right to left instead, so it'll change it. So if you've got Arabic writing or something like that, you can do that. The font up here, you can change the font by clicking on that, and it comes up with the different fonts, and all you got to do is just click on them, and it'll change it to whatever font you desire. That's basically it. There's not a lot more I can tell you about this, but I hope it's been useful to you. And if you do want to do something else with this, like scrolling up and things like that, that'll be on a future tutorial showing how to scroll and mask the board so that you can scroll it up from the bottom of the board to the top without it going outside of the board. That'll be a masking job, which I'll do in a future video. So I hope this has been useful to you anyway, and if it has, please like and subscribe to Tony's Tutorials. And if you have any questions, please ask any questions below this video on YouTube. Thank you. Right, I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I would like to see you again, so please do stay in tune with me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.